The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have released a picture of their daughter, Princess Charlotte, to mark her 6th birthday, which is on May the 2nd. On May 2nd, to celebrate Princess Charlotte's 6th birthday, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge shared a heartwarming picture of their daughter, capturing the young royal in all her youthful charm. However, what followed this seemingly joyful occasion was anything but ordinary. The trusted bodyguard who had been by Charlotte's side for the past 7 years, Thomas Aldrich, was suddenly dismissed without warning, leaving the princess without the protective figure who had become an integral part of her life. But it wasn't just the abrupt removal that sent ripples through the royal family's inner circle. Princess Charlotte's next move quickly went viral, sparking a whirlwind of controversy and igniting questions about what truly happened behind palace doors. Join us as we unravel the emotional details surrounding the unexpected upheaval in Charlotte's life and the consequences that followed. For 7 years, Thomas Aldrich wasn't just a bodyguard to Princess Charlotte. He was her silent protector, a constant in a life defined by unpredictability. A former member of the Special Forces, Thomas had dedicated himself to safeguarding the young princess, arriving punctually every morning to ensure she was safe and guided. His calm presence became a vital part of Charlotte's life, offering her a sense of stability that many young children might never know. Together, they developed a special bond, even creating their own form of communication, a secret sign language through which Charlotte could express her feelings without speaking. It was this unique connection that made his sudden departure all the more painful for both of them. The abrupt end to their relationship with no proper farewell left Charlotte grappling with confusion and sorrow, even as life at Buckingham Palace continued as normal. As Thomas left the palace, clutching a silver bracelet given to him by Charlotte, questions swirled around whether the princess had been told about the change. Had she been given a chance to say goodbye, and if not, how would she cope with the loss of someone she had come to rely on? Inside the palace, Charlotte's behavior began to shift. No longer the lively, playful child known for her infectious laughter, she became withdrawn and quiet. Her mother, the Princess of Wales, noticed the change at breakfast, where Charlotte's usual chatter was replaced with short, distant answers. Though Charlotte claimed to be tired, Catherine sensed that the young princess was mourning. The emotional toll of losing her trusted companion was evident, though Charlotte lacked the words to express it. It wasn't long before Charlotte found a way to cope with her sorrow. In the stillness of the night, she began writing letters to Thomas, a private personal outlet for her emotions. These letters, which were never meant to be sent, became her way of maintaining a connection to the protector she had lost. One of the letters read, "Dear Tommy, I can still picture you trailing behind me on our school strolls. I regret not being able to bid farewell. I long for your tales with love." These letters, though hidden away, were her quiet rebellion against the emotional silence surrounding her, offering a glimpse into the heart of a young girl who had to grow up faster than most. But what made Charlotte's pain so deep? To understand this, we must examine the pressures she faces as a royal child. Born into one of the most famous families in the world, Charlotte's life is far from typical. Though she is raised in the public eye, her parents, Prince William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, have worked hard to shield her from the harsh glare of royal expectations, while Charlotte enjoys a normal childhood with her brothers George and Louis. She is constantly aware of her role in the royal family, even if only subconsciously. Her life, filled with royal duties and public appearances, also includes quiet moments with family, moments that balance the demands of duty with the warmth of love and care. But beneath the polished exterior, Charlotte is still a child, and her emotions are real and raw. Despite the royal status she was born into, Charlotte's upbringing is filled with both the privileges and burdens of being a royal. Her parents, though focused on their royal duties, have always made sure she experiences a childhood full of love, discipline, and personal growth. She enjoys simple pleasures like playing outside, doing arts and crafts, and spending time with family. Yet even with this balance, the world is always watching, and Charlotte's every move is scrutinized, from her time spent with her grandmother Queen Elizabeth Roman II to her polite manners at royal events. Charlotte's life is one of expectation. But amidst all the pressure she remains grounded, and the values of kindness, respect, and responsibility are instilled in her. Despite these challenges, one question remains. How will the royal family handle the fallout from this personal upheaval in Charlotte's life, with her trusted protector gone and a viral incident casting a shadow over her birthday celebration? Princess Charlotte's actions have not only captured the public's attention, but have also left us all wondering, how will this young royal navigate the complexities of growing up under the ever-watchful eye of the world? Behind the grandeur of the palace walls lies a story of kindness and respect that often goes unnoticed. Princess Charlotte's daily life, though structured and filled with royal duties, is not without its moments of joy. Each day begins with a quiet breakfast and preparations for school. But despite the rules and responsibilities that come with being a royal, there is plenty of room for happiness. Charlotte enjoys a variety of activities, from horseback riding and drawing to telling stories. Her parents, Prince William and Catherine, support her hobbies, allowing her the freedom to explore within the boundaries of royal life. Despite the often formal nature of her world, Charlotte's days are infused with the simple joys of childhood, reminding us that even royals have moments of carefree fun. But it's not just her family who benefits from Charlotte's kindness. Her bond with the palace staff is one rooted in mutual respect. Charlotte, despite being a princess, treats everyone with kindness, and this hasn't gone unnoticed. Nannies, housekeepers, and other members of the royal household all praise her for her good manners. She consistently remembers to say please and thank you even for the smallest of favors, showing an appreciation that endears her to those who care for her. The guards who are tasked with protecting her family also recognize her warmth, noting how Charlotte's small gestures like a wave or a quick hello bring light to their long, often growling shifts. These simple acts of kindness may seem insignificant, but for those who work tirelessly behind the scenes, they are deeply meaningful. Charlotte's days are spent not only enjoying the company of the staff, but also learning from them. She receives lessons in art, music, and language from dedicated tutors in a calm, nurturing environment. The individuals who work with Charlotte admire her enthusiasm and dedication to learning, always noting her polite behavior and humility. Despite her impressive progress, Charlotte never expects special treatment. Instead, she approaches each lesson with focus and gratitude, making sure to express thanks at the end. During royal events, she remains composed, calm, and gracious, always aware of her surroundings. Whether it's navigating through crowds, greeting guests, or simply smiling at the right moments, Charlotte has mastered the art of balancing royal duties with her natural charm. Yet, even with her poise and grace, Charlotte is still a child who craves moments of normalcy. At home, she enjoys playing with her brothers, dancing in the living room, and listening to bedtime stories. Her parents, while preparing her for her royal role, also ensure she has the time and space to enjoy her childhood. Sleepovers with cousins, homemade birthday cakes, and spontaneous family outings. These are the moments that keep her grounded. These small, private experiences help her maintain a connection to her childhood, allowing her to grow up with a sense of normality amid her royal responsibilities. Charlotte's kind and cheerful nature doesn't go unnoticed by those around her. Whether she's visiting hospitals or waving from a balcony, her genuine kindness and compassion shine through. Her ability to bring peace to stressful situations without saying a word is a talent that many admire. Her family is immensely proud of the way she has developed emotionally and socially, and the public respects her for her ongoing personal growth. Charlotte's interactions with those around her, royal staff, guards, tutors, and helpers, reveal her true self, a thoughtful, respectful, and gracious young girl who treats everyone with care. However, even behind the kindness and compassion, there are questions about what happened when Charlotte's longtime bodyguard, Thomas, was unexpectedly dismissed. After 7 years of service, what could have caused such a drastic change? To understand this, we need to delve into the strict protocols that govern the lives of royal guards. These guards are not just symbols of tradition. They play a vital role in protecting the royal family and maintaining security within the palace. Strict adherence to rules is paramount, and any lapse in security, no matter how small, can lead to immediate dismissal. For example, if a guard fails to secure a gate properly, allows unauthorized individuals to approach the royal family, or is inattentive while on duty, this is considered a serious breach of protocol. Additionally, royal guards are bound by confidentiality and are not permitted to speak to the media or public about their duties. Any breach in this confidentiality, such as revealing private details about the royals' actions or daily routines, could severely damage the trust placed in them and result in their removal. Guards must maintain a reputation of respect and professionalism both on and off duty. Any inappropriate behavior, such as engaging in criminal activity or acting disrespectfully toward other staff members, can also result in dismissal. The palace holds all its employees to high standards of conduct, and even the smallest misstep can lead to termination. So what happened to Thomas, and why was he removed from his post after years of dedicated service? Did his actions violate these protocols, or was there something else at play? Following Thomas's sudden departure, Charlotte was assigned a new bodyguard, Agent Liam Turner. Turner was skilled professional and adhered to all the rules, but he lacked the personal connection that Charlotte had shared with Thomas. While Turner followed protocol meticulously, Charlotte quickly noticed the difference. He was courteous but distant, unable to understand her on the deeper level that Thomas had. Charlotte remained polite but kept her distance, unable to open up to him the way she had with her former protector. It wasn't that Turner had done anything wrong. He just wasn't Thomas. As time passed, Charlotte's sadness became more apparent. Despite attending events, playing the piano, and focusing on her schoolwork, something felt off. Memories of Thomas, from the walks to school to the simple gestures of care, lingered in her mind. At the breakfast table, Charlotte was quieter, less chatty. Her mother, Catherine, noticed the shift and gently asked if everything was okay. Charlotte's simple reply, "I'm just exhausted," spoke volumes. Catherine understood her daughter was grieving in her own quiet way. Princess Charlotte's actions in this story are deeply emotional and showcase an extraordinary level of maturity for someone her age, especially considering the royal status she holds. Grieving the loss of Thomas, her bodyguard, who had been an essential and consistent figure in her life for 7 years, Charlotte's response to his sudden departure is not just courageous but profoundly human. Rather than following the conventional route of quietly accepting his departure, Charlotte channels her sorrow into an incredibly personal and creative project, creating a video tribute to Thomas. This video becomes a way for her to express and process her grief, something she wasn't receiving from the adults around her, particularly the royal family, who focused on the logistical and public aspects of the situation. Charlotte's emotional journey reveals a side of her that is rarely seen by the public, and it serves as a poignant reminder that despite her royal status, she is still a young girl experiencing real emotions. Charlotte's approach to her grief, using creativity and self-expression as a means of dealing with her emotions, is particularly noteworthy. Instead of bottling up her sadness or following what is expected of someone in her position, Charlotte uses the medium of video as a way to reflect on the bond she shared with Thomas. She pours her heart into creating the video, which includes photos, videos, and small mementos of their time together. Importantly, the video is not about glamorizing the relationship or making a public statement. It's simply about the deep connection Charlotte had with Thomas, something that she needs to honor and express privately. This act of creation done in solitude and secret shows Charlotte's need for closure, a need that the royal family and staff were not providing. What makes Charlotte's actions even more impactful is that despite the royal family's strict privacy rules, she chooses to upload the video to a hidden YouTube account. This decision takes incredible courage, as she knows that by posting the video, she is breaking the palace's protocols. However, Charlotte also realizes that she needs this outlet. It's a way for her to grieve on her terms, to show her love and loss for Thomas, and to give herself the closure she feels is being denied to her. The fact that Charlotte's cousin Emily had shown her how to set up a secret account earlier is an important detail, as it shows that Charlotte had someone she trusted to guide her in maintaining some level of privacy in a life that is otherwise intensely monitored. This secret account becomes her personal space, where she is able to share her truth. The video itself is a simple and authentic expression of Charlotte's emotions. There is no narration or scripted message. Instead, it features images, music, and memories from her time with Thomas, allowing Charlotte's emotions to speak for themselves. The absence of words makes the video even more powerful, because it shows that their relationship was not about what was said, but about being there for each other, understanding each other's presence without the need for constant conversation. This quiet, understated expression of grief is what ultimately captivates the public. The video quickly goes viral, not because of any sensationalism, but because people can sense the honesty and vulnerability in Charlotte's voice. Her trembling words, the soft tone, and the rawness of her emotions resonate deeply with viewers from all walks of life, especially those who have experienced grief or loss. The video becomes a voice for those who have struggled to express their own pain, and in sharing her story, Charlotte connects with countless others. Charlotte's video is not just about her grief over Thomas's departure, but it also sheds light on the emotional resilience of children, something that is often overlooked or underestimated. Psychologists, parents, and teachers praise the video for showing how children process difficult emotions and how they find ways to cope with grief. The video offers a window into the emotional life of a royal child, showing that despite the glamorous and controlled image, the public sees Charlotte like any other child, feels and grieves in her own way. This act of emotional transparency is rare in the royal family, where public figures are typically expected to maintain a polished, composed image at all times. Charlotte, however, breaks through that facade with her authenticity. The reaction within the palace, once the video goes public, is one of concern. The royal family is very protective of their privacy, and Charlotte's video, which comes from one of her monitored devices, raises immediate alarms. The staff rush to trace the origin of the video, and once they realize it's Charlotte who has posted it, a quiet worry spreads through the corridors of the palace. The video's viral success is something the royal family did not anticipate. William and Catherine are informed of the video during a charity event, and their reaction is one of surprise, likely mixed with a sense of unease. William watches the video privately, and after processing his thoughts, he seems to have a realization that he has kept hidden perhaps the deep emotional impact that Thomas's departure has had on Charlotte, and by extension on the family. Charlotte, however, remains unaware of the growing attention the video is getting. She's not focused on the public's reaction. She simply wants to honor Thomas and find her own closure. She's not concerned with the millions of views or the press coverage. She just needed to say goodbye in her way. Charlotte's decision to share her grief in such a vulnerable, personal manner shows an incredible amount of self-awareness for someone her age. It's an act of self-expression that is both brave and beautiful, especially considering the immense pressure and scrutiny that comes with being a royal. She allows herself to grieve openly, and in doing so she shows that it's okay to express emotions even when it goes against the expectations of those around you. The palace's response to the video is measured but significant. They release a brief statement that acknowledges Thomas's importance to Charlotte and expresses gratitude for the kind words from the public. The statement is not overly formal, and it does not try to diminish the significance of Charlotte's emotional bond with Thomas. Instead, it simply recognizes the deep connection they shared, and by doing so, it validates Charlotte's grief and the importance of that relationship. The palace's decision to make a public statement about Thomas's role in Charlotte's life reflects a shift in the way they are handling personal matters within the family. It acknowledges that there are deeper emotional layers at play than just public appearances or formal obligations. Thomas, for his part, does not respond to the attention his video has garnered. He chooses instead to remain silent, quietly respecting Charlotte's need for closure. In a subtle yet deeply meaningful gesture, he goes to a flower shop and buys a bouquet of Charlotte's favorite flowers, white daisies. He writes a short note saying, "You have always been braver than you know," and sends the flowers anonymously, trusting that Charlotte will understand the meaning behind them. The simplicity of the gesture is what makes it so meaningful. Thomas does not seek recognition for his actions. He simply wants Charlotte to know that he understands her pain and supports her in her healing. Charlotte's response to receiving the flowers is understated but telling. She smiles gently upon seeing the daisies, a smile that is calm and peaceful rather than overtly joyful. She places the flowers by her window and hugs her stuffed bunny tightly. In that moment she understands the gesture for what it is, a quiet expression of support and love. She does not need words to explain her feelings. The flowers, the bracelet Thomas gave her, and the memories they shared are enough to bring her a sense of peace. A week later, the palace organizes a private event, one that does not attract the attention of the press. It is a peaceful gathering, a simple stroll through the gardens with no cameras or media coverage, allowing Charlotte to reconnect with Thomas in an intimate setting. When Charlotte sees Thomas again, her face lights up with joy and she runs to embrace him. Their time together in the garden is relaxed, full of laughter and shared moments of vulnerability. It's a quiet, unspoken healing process for both of them, and it allows Charlotte to let go of some of the pain she has been carrying. In the end, Charlotte's emotional journey is not just about saying goodbye to Thomas. It's about finding peace and closure in her own way. She no longer feels the need to hide her grief or mourn in silence. By creating the video, by sharing it with the world, and by accepting Thomas's gesture of kindness, Charlotte has found a way to honor their relationship and move forward. She is able to let go of the sadness and find a new kind of peace. The bracelet, the flowers, and the memories will remain with her, but she no longer needs to carry the weight of grief on her own. Charlotte's actions reflect a deep emotional maturity that is rare for someone her age. She shows that grief, love, and human connection transcend royal protocols and expectations. In choosing to express herself authentically, Charlotte not only finds closure for herself, but also connects with countless others who have experienced similar pain. In this way, her story becomes a universal one, showing that even those who appear to live a life of privilege and power still struggle with the same emotions as anyone else. Her bravery in facing those emotions head-on serves as an inspiration to others, reminding us all that it's okay to grieve, to love, and to express ourselves without fear of judgment.